All right, it is July 19, 2010, and we're here in the sunny and nice, very nice city of San Francisco, California. It is time for me to wrap up. I've been in the States now for 2 weeks. It started out with Freedom Fest in Las Vegas last week, and now I've been here in San Francisco for a few days. And I keep being astonished by how America is changing. I mean, every time I come back, it keeps changing. But what I recognize more and more now is that America is hardening. It's a hardening of the attitudes. It's a polarization of political attitudes and political fronts. And I see people, to more and more extent, not even talking to each other bipartisanly. And the different fronts are sort of hardening each on their own side. And even people that I'm close to and that I know, especially when it comes to big government or small government, and especially when it comes to a hard government that goes around the world bullying people, and the war government and a softer government, I see a clear divide there. Because some people seem to want America to bully the rest of the world around and want America to be a strong military force as such, for no particular reason, just to show them we're the strongest and the best and all of that. And very little reflection upon the fact that the military might of the U.S. is based on borrowed money, and it cannot last. It has to change somehow. So I'm really worried about that. The other thing is that the people I talk to that are sort of the most deep people, the thinkers that I talk to, they are getting more and more scared about America. They are worried about the future of America. There's a worry and a fear that I haven't sensed before, and I believe that it's, if not totally new, it has manifested itself in a new way. I mean, everything changed on 9/11. Sure, things changed on 9/11, but just since Obama came in, and just, after sort of everyone, it was obvious that Obama would not deliver on his promises to pull out of Afghanistan and all that, people are realizing that there's a huge likelihood, at least, that there's going to be serious trouble. There are some really tough issues that has not been resolved and do not have an answer. And people are afraid of what will be the solution to these problems, to the deficits, to the war, to the political situation, to the deadlock. And even some people are bailing out of the country. They're leaving, selling their assets and heading out. I met people at Freedom Fest that say that they have to do it before the government will close the doors. And that is new. I haven't seen that before. There was even one session in Freedom Fest about leaving America, emigrating, getting out of here, getting out of the country. That is new. So it scares me, because the people that I see are interested in this are some of the smartest people I know. So, I mean, if it was just, whoever, then it wouldn't matter. But the smartest people are bailing out. Only a small fraction of people will ever actually do that. So it's not necessarily the people that are moving out that is a problem per se as such, but it is the change of attitude that is the problem. People are less willing to invest in the future, to go for the future, and looking at opportunities overseas and other places. And the problem with that, of course, is that there aren't that many other places that you can say are better than the States. I mean, this is still the hub of innovation. This is still the most dynamic society in the world, but it has this hard side at the same time, and getting hardening. So, we'll see. I still believe that there will be some kind of muddle through all this. Unfortunately, the government can still push the string quite a bit further than they have. I don't think the string is going to break for quite some time. So I don't believe there's an immediate danger of sort of a collapse of society. But some people that I respect a lot think it is. And of course it's different. I can always bail out to Norway, a country that would probably last, you know, a bit longer than the rest of the world, so I don't feel it on my body the way other people do that live here in the U.S. So maybe if you live here, you feel the pressure even more, and that, of course, a different situation. I have to respect that, and it's something that we should be very much aware of. So there we go again. I have this love for America, a beautiful place, has this spirit, has this great, amazing people of America, and then you have this other side of America, the government, the cancer that is growing, and the hardening around that, which also reflects on the people, the hardening of people's attitude. And to be frank, I mean, I love Americans, and there's something about them that I love, but there's also increasingly a side that I see in more and more Americans that I do not like at all. It is an attitude of me first and let everyone just go to whatever. And I see it especially in people that, you know, it has to do, unfortunately, with financial strength. Some people, you know, they call it the rich or whatever. Not all. Very importantly, not all, but a lot seem to get an attitude when they get money, and this attitude is spread all over the place. The unfortunate thing with that is that, you know, people in America believe that they have a lot more money than they actually do. There's several things that are going on in one thing, but you know, money brings attitude. And people believe that they have a lot more money than they actually do. So there's a lot more attitude in the U.S. than there's basis for. Because a lot of the money is borrowed from China. People are not saving towards their old age. So they think they have a lot of money, and they spend a lot of money, and they have a lifestyle that they can't really afford. They should be saving, but they get the attitude of the spender. People in the U.S. should be really a lot more humble. And that would bring, you know, a much more humble attitude in general. And I believe that will come eventually. I mean, things have a way of settling themselves where they should be. So there's a reversion to mean. And that will come eventually. And I believe we will see it in our lifetime. But well, these are some reflections on what's going on. I love America, but increasingly I see that there's a dark side here that needs to be dealt with, and that we will see the dealing of in our lifetime. All right, I'm going to do a couple of more videos on specific subjects. You will see them below. I'm going to talk about inflation especially, and some reflections on Freedom Fest in Las Vegas that I just came from.